the world that we live in requires resources, and you can earn resources by either working for somebody else or working for yourself. And it's how we end up using those resources like time, money, traits that we're given, skill sets that we're given. And so wrestling with it, and still like I've never had, we've never had like this incredible amount of money, but it's like, even then it's like, wow, I have to steward this appropriately. And so I think I wrestle with it like I wrestle with my time. If I had a lot of money, it's like, okay, well, I'm wrestling with like where to divvy out the money. But right now it's like, I got more time. So how am I investing my time into the business, investing it into the church, investing into my spouse, and friendships? And so I think that's probably like the biggest struggle with being a Christian and entrepreneur is like, how do I invest as Christ would invest his resources? How do I let him mold my decisions to invest those resources that he's given me?
Nice one.
Yeah, it's not easy. Not easy.
So I know for me, because like we've both have started our own businesses, and I like to think that we're both doing okay. We're not where we want to be, but we're heading in the right direction, which I feel like is our entire lives. And so I don't think that I have been too heavily influenced by the prosperity gospel or the word of faith theology. But after I started my business, I realized that I was more influenced by the poverty gospel than I actually had realized that I was. And I think I was influenced by that, not in the sense that I taught that, but I had, in a sense, kind of almost subconsciously put myself in that. Because like if I had a friend who was doing well, I wasn't angry about them. I didn't think they needed to repent for doing well. I was like, dude, good job, man. Like you're out there killing it. But like, I didn't realize it, but I would basically put myself in some kind of bondage where I was like that, but that can't be for me though. And so I was feeling bad and guilty for charging people X number of dollars, or for wanting to charge people X number of dollars. I felt uncomfortable when I started to see myself making more money. Because I'm like, that can't be right. When I was basically struggling with making money and with charging people more, right? And so like as my skills were developing, because I'm designing websites, doing branding packages, logo design, and we're moving into like doing social media management, podcast production, and these different kind of things. Like we're growing into those spaces, and as we're growing, our skills are developing, our portfolio is growing, we're getting more exposure. And so with that, we're charging more. We're charging more because we needed to, and because we believe that we can. And people, we're not basically trying to pull teeth with people on this stuff. And we're saying we can do it for X number of dollars. The onboarding clients like, okay, yeah, we can do that. But even within that, it's like, oh man, I can't make a whole lot of money. I can't make that much money. I can't be charging people that kind of stuff. And so like I'm noticing that like I am putting myself in this kind of bondage. I'm putting parameters on myself that I would never put on somebody else. I wouldn't put it on you. I wouldn't put it on somebody else. Like nobody has ever gotten mad at a person for accepting a raise from their employer. But there's this idea that is either taught, depending on what circles you run in, what tribes, you're either taught you can't do this because no good reason, or you're subconsciously taught that the people that do these things, you don't want to be like them.